Welcome back to the Trotter Chatter podcast, and we're introducing a brand new segment. So, this is Extra Time, a reaction show designed to get our thoughts on the latest games right away, because we do realise Thursday can be quite a long wait sometimes. If you'd like to sponsor this segment, say we do it again, please get in touch. We might not, it might be shit. If you're listening on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, make sure you hit the follow and leave us a rating. It really helps more Bolton fans find us. And if you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe, drop a comment with your thoughts on the Lincoln game, ding that bell.
Ding, 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 ding.
So for in an unusual way, me and Ben are next to each other today. We don't know if this format will work. But yeah, we're gonna future ones. It's highly likely we won't be, but we might.
I might never leave.
He might never leave. He's at my house today, so
It's
if
weird. On the other side of the door.
he gets to see what I get to see every day now. It's excellent. So yeah, it's been the Bolton game yesterday, 1-1 draw to Lincoln. Very frustrating game. 18 shots on target.
No.
Sorry,
18.
18 shots, 6 shots on target, 74% possession, and 622 passes. One goal scored on the very last kick of the game, and obviously an opening one from Draper before I even sat down on my seat. So yes, it was another frustrating performance. 5 points out of 5. But to give you an idea of the situation, what we're in terms of this is sort of echoing what we said on Thursday's pod. So on the Stockport game, we had 15 shots and 5 against us, 13 shots against Plymouth and 3 against us, 17 shots against Barnsley and 5 against us, 21 shots against Reading and 5 against us, and 18 shots against Lincoln and 5 against us. So we have to have 84 shots. We've had 84 shots and 5 scored. We're only 23 shots against us and 5 conceded. So that sort of echoes the situation what we're having at Bolton Wanderers at the minute. If we were more clinical, there's a great chance we'd be well up there. But
Yeah.
unfortunately, we've had a rough start. Ben, then welcome to
Your house.
welcome to my living room. What went wrong defensively then for us to concede just after 18 minutes? I'd not even sat down.
No, I'd barely got there myself. It was weird. Like, there's a lot of talk about a foul in the build-up. I don't think it's a foul. I think he got outstrengthed. Um, we just hadn't switched on. It was one of the easiest goals you'll ever see. It was just simple. They got the ball in, it went out to the wing, they crossed it in, they scored.
I was sort of a bit of a figure of fun. Everyone was laughing at me. I was coming up the stairs because I didn't even know what had happened, and yeah, I think I memed myself at that point. Um, just a mentality lapse then.
Yeah, I think it's that simple. Like we didn't turn on. Like you could say it's a freak thing, but also I don't know how after what 19 seconds you're not at least focusing a bit. It's although it echoes exactly what Lewis said on Thursday though, doesn't it? He said they're a physical team, they'll want to get a goal and they can sit on it, and it's exactly what happened.
Yeah, very much so. So we'll start with the first half performance. Obviously a very slow first half. James described it as pulling teeth, and I must agree. We didn't really adjust to the game. They were sitting behind the ball, and we were not creating any chances, pulling that ball through midfield. It just didn't seem to happen. What are your views on the first half performance then?
I thought it was in the nicest way tragic. Like it was horrible. It felt like watching last season under the old manager
I
again.
like how we're calling him the old manager
I
now.
can't say his name anymore. I'm not doing it. I'm trying to get away from it. Um, no, it's the worst I've seen us play in a long time. Like I've heard Barnsley away last season was bad, but I wasn't there. That's the worst I've seen us play in a long time.
Yeah, I've got to agree. I think the referee didn't do us any favours because Lincoln we well and truly played into Lincoln's hands, didn't we? They got that early goal and they could play how they wanted to play, which did involve a lot of time wasting. I think it's worth pointing out that referee Jacob Miles had an absolute shocker, and we will name him because it was an absolute disgusting performance. So did the linesman on our side as well. Managed the time wasting very poorly, and somehow only added only added 2 minutes on. So that really didn't help us. But for some reason we couldn't break that Lincoln team down. What would you say, Ben? Do you think we got the starting lineup right? And if so, why didn't it work?
I think to be fair, when the team came out, I didn't have any issues. Like maybe I'd have like Gale there instead of Sissoko, but it was nice. It was nice having Cogley back as well before going into the game because Tutu's not been good enough. I really didn't have any issues with it. I don't know what it was really. Like I think Erehon was rattled by the Lincoln fans quite clearly, but no, like before the game, I was happy with it. It's a weird one to try and explain.
Yeah, so if you sort of look at how it unfolded, we couldn't get the ball out of our half. The wingers were very deep. Um, it felt like Burstow were making runs and to basically couldn't get on the end of anything. There was no number 10 to connect that midfield up. No one was carrying the ball.
Burst was having to drop back to basically like holding midfield just to try and get anything.
Yeah, you saw Cogley was because we weren't getting any hope going forward. Cogley ended up in a striking position at points, trying to get that ball out. And yeah, it was terrible. And Lincoln very much pulled out the anti-football dark arts there. So obviously half time we brought on Sheehan and Morley. Do you think they changed the game?
Yeah, like completely. I think first half there was a lot of times where people were making runs, and I think Simons and Erehon they couldn't see those runs, whereas Morley is always looking for it. And then Sheehan's always going to try and bring the ball forward. I was surprised how well those two did and how much it changed. To be honest, I think potentially Simons and Erehon aren't direct enough against a team that's going to sit back. You need to try and break them down a bit more. Like a lot of times at home, you can have control of the ball, but when you're playing a five at the back that's a goal up, protecting a lead, and they're pulling the dark arts out, I think it's you do need that bit more directness. I think, especially when you're not getting it from your number 10.
I saw that immediately with Sheehan carrying the ball through the middle, and I think that was glaringly obvious. And I think this is why Randall's probably getting a lot of unwanted stick, but he is not able to carry that ball. Um, yeah, so I think the subs worked, and props to Shuey that he made those changes, and it did bring
Yeah.
us into the game. Why do you think we didn't get the goal though? Because we were having the chances.
I think some of it, obviously, them having everyone behind the ball, we're having shots, but there's just so many bodies in the way. It just doesn't always work. Um, I think, I think along with that, you can argue about the quality of the chances. Their keeper, he had a great game, didn't he? Realistically, he kept him in it at times.
Yes, so I would agree. The keeper more or less kept him in. It's some massive saves for them at the end were generally could have been 3 and 4, and I don't think it was at fault of any Bolton player that we didn't score those chances. And I suppose to their credit, that's what you're bringing good goalkeepers for. Um, Probably one list will be shorter than the other here, but who would be your standout performers and who had a game to forget for you?
I mean, standouts Molly and Sheehan. Like you said, like I will say it takes some bottle to bring subs on at half time, but they completely changed it. Like the difference between us first half and second half was so apparent. In terms of games to forget, I'm a bit worried Sissoko's biz. Like there was about 5-10 minutes where he looked okay. He put a couple of decent crosses in, but then he just kept getting the ball stuck in his feet. I don't I don't know. I don't really get him.
I agree. I agree. I thought he was slow step overs, balls trapped in his feet, soft crosses. Doesn't look like he's got any pace
Oh,
whatsoever.
did he run once?
No, he
No.
didn't. Even on the counter, he weren't fast. Quick note to Richard Taylor, who did the most bizarre thing in the world. He did look pretty good when he came on, but did the most confusing shit ever. When for some reason he collected the ball and then decided to roll it out for a corner to them, which did eventually lead to the goal.
He's
So
actually he's actually playing 5D chess. He knows what he's doing.
he's operating at a much higher level than we are. But good to see him in a Bolton shirt. Good. He looks strong. So yeah, um, finally we did get the goal. How good did it feel? And in the end, did it feel like a point gained or 2 points dropped?
I think, I mean, we both said when Dewberry got the ball on the right, we sort of felt a goal coming from it. Um, I enjoyed the defender trying to clear it into his own foot and then heading his hands in his own net. That's always nice to see. But I mean, it's great to get a last minute goal, but it's still definitely 2 points dropped. Like, yeah, it kind of had to be a win that.
So we've got to the point this month now where we've not won enough games where we should have done. I think I've rattled the internet a little bit this morning, saying that we're a very emotional and reactionary fan base. The reason is I can objectively see in front of me that the pieces are there and it just needs to click. Um, we're not. I mean, we were terrible. We were terrible yesterday, but overall, we are looking like a team who could do something. It's only 5 matches into the season, and after spending a good year and a half on Evert's case, and that I think Shuey deserves that time to make it work. We gave Everett the time. Unfortunately, Evert's like off-field antics and his attitude and stuff didn't help him. Um, and when calling for the manager's head 5 games in, I just think it's absolutely bizarre. There's been a lot of changes. Um, I was going to ask about showing resilience, but I don't know whether it was resilience. I think we just played the game, didn't we?
Yeah.
Um, what do you think of Lincoln then? Do you think they deserved more from the game? What do you think they deserved to come out with?
Um, Not very much, to be honest. I don't. It wasn't a case of them being good. Like we had a really bad day. Like if there's obviously they've had to they've defended the lead well. The keepers played well, but realistically, we it should have been a pretty simple win. That, as far as I'm concerned.
I agree. Reading should have been a win. Barnsley, I was happy with the draw, looking at it objectively. But it's very much those 2 games should have been 6 points, and we should have been in a much stronger position. But we move on to Blackpool on the weekend. Trotter chatter, your usual injection of trotter chatter fun will be back on Thursday. We'll cover yesterday's game in even more detail and look ahead to a big away at Blackpool, which really is it has to be 3 points, doesn't it? Try and be I'm being woke again, but try and be interactive. Give us your opinion on the game. Because we're doing things like that now. We're trying to be a bit more proper. And yeah, let us know what you think of the new segment. Obviously, we are a little bit rusty and we're just trying to work it out. But we will, we'll certainly catch you on Thursday.
Yeah.
Are we doing the? Yeah, I've been Ryan.
I've been Ben.
Thank you very much, everyone. This has been Extra Time. We hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much.